Hey everyone, George here, and today we're talking about Lucid and why they're going to a different universe, move aside Mars, Elon Musk, we're going to Jupiter, see a Tesla, and the debut of their new car and when it's coming out, and their new ticker symbol update. So if you haven't heard already, CCIV bought Lucid, merger is official, and this is all coming into fruition the end of June. They say Q2, so by the end of June, we should see a ticker symbol updated from CCIV to Lucid, LCID. This is really big news for investors because if you haven't seen already, CCIV is a very volatile stock. It's going up and down from 60 to 20, from 25 to 30, now back down to 27. So any news is a lot of momentum for the stock. Any news makes it move, good or bad. Now, here are some catalysts I found that could really set fire to Lucid. Number one, the new production of their second facility, the AMP2. So if you don't know already, Lucid makes everything in-house, kind of like Tesla. If you've heard of the gigafactories, it's the same concept, it's just Lucid calls them amps. And they already have the AMP1, which produces all their current models. Currently, in 2021, Lucid is estimating 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles made. 2022, about 30,000. But the big reason why a second AMP is so important is because that will uptick their production. And more production means more possible cars sold, and more cars sold means up we go. Now, what everybody's been talking about recently is the updated video by Peter Rawlinson, the CEO and COO of Lucid. He recently finally took out the Dream, which is the introduction model to Lucid, their first production car, on a test drive, and there was a video of it. Personally speaking, I thought the car looked amazing. It has that futuristic vibe. It has the center console that everybody's come to love, you know, the big iPad looking thing. It has a great dashboard for the driver. It looks really futuristic and comfortable. It's not an outdated car, but that's what you expect for a $170,000 entry price for this first production model. And not only is it just good looking, they are boasting 500 miles per charge. That is mind-blowing. The next competitor is the Tesla Model S Plaid at about 400 plus miles. So their first car is touting to smash Tesla's highest end car. That is a statement if I've ever seen one. Now everybody's wondering, how is it going to get these 500 miles? Not only has their battery technology changed and they can put more, from what I understand, power into the battery and make it more efficient, but their breakage is also a big key factor from what it looks like, in my opinion. So if you don't know already, a lot of EV cars and hybrid cars have these brakes called regenerative brakes. Now, these brakes, every time you let go of the gas, they churn. And when they churn, they generate power. So whenever you're going downhill and letting go of the gas, for instance, your car is regenerating power to its battery. Now for Lucid, they're saying they can go from 2.5 to 3 Gs of regenerative braking. In retrospect, Tesla's Model S has about 1.9, which is usually standardized for all Tesla vehicles. And this is a 50% uptick in how much breakage it can do, which can also lead to more power generated, which is how maybe they're getting that 500 mileage. Now, if you've ever driven an electric vehicle, you know it's really abrupt sometimes, where it jolts you forward when you let go of the gas. They're saying the sport model has a little higher jolt, and that might be because it takes more energy to go in sport because it's taking more energy, right? It's going faster, the suspension's lower, it's putting more power out so you can go flying, so it's costing more energy. So maybe the regenerative brake system in the sports system needs to be a little rougher to keep that 500 miles. Another cool feature with the Lucid car, it hasn't been shown in actual use yet, but they're saying it's backwards compatible. What that means is, think of this. Imagine you had a battery pack, one of these Tesla battery packs or Lucid battery packs that they're also launching, in your house. Power goes out, the battery pack, puts the power back on. Let's say the battery pack goes dead. You have no more energy in your battery. If your car, your Lucid car, is fully charged or has any charge, you can plug that directly into your battery pack and charge your battery from your car. So your car acts as a car, you know, taking energy from the battery, but also as a battery charging other batteries, which is pretty neat. One thing everyone is waiting for is autonomous driving, self-driving. When you think of Tesla, you think of electric vehicles and really, really good self-driving. Now, to beat that, you're going to need something comparable. So far, Lucid has not announced their autonomous driving, but they're planning to in June. Now, it's up in the air who this autonomous driving partner could be. Is it Apple? Have they developed their own program? Is it Waymo, Swift? We don't know yet. So that's a really big catalyst that could come out. And if we discover it's a reputable person or they develop their own self-driving method and it's good, that could really, really be a positive catalyst. Outside of the car itself, the CEO is a super likable person. You hear him talk, he's suave, he's smooth, he knows what he's talking about. You're sitting there, you're like, damn, Peter, you're right. This car is nice. I like how it moves, and I've never driven this car. I need to get myself a Lucid. I need to buy myself a Lucid and feel what you're feeling right now. And jokes aside, it's really good for the CEO to be so passionate about his car or make it seem like he is, because for him to like it so much and be able to sell it, it makes other users want to buy the product. And for an initial product, you need that demand, and he's really creating that demand for the car. Now, by the end of June, once the car finally launches, we will get first reviews from outside people, because you can't really trust inside reviews, because all they're going to do is perfect scenario, you know, we drove it on air for 5 hours and it got 500 miles when Joe Schmo drives it, it got 100 miles. So out of company reviews are going to be huge. How the autonomy is going to be huge. Can it get 500 miles? How does it feel? How does it really look? What is the customer experience? All of these are going to be big catalysts. And if any of them come out negative, and Lucid's been oversaying and overstepping to what the car can actually do, that could be a real big negative catalyst for the company. And with negative news comes negative pricing. What that means is if any of these checkboxes are not good, the stock could really drop. That could be a bad thing in the short term, but in long term, it might not be that bad. First, it's a great buying experience if you love the car and you believe in the car. Second, if you remember when Tesla first came out, they had so many problems. There was article after article. The Tesla Model S doesn't drive well. It's having problems. It caught on fire. This and that. But they fixed their problems, and the price reflected their fixed problems and their growth. So just because they might have one or two problems doesn't mean the company's dead and they have nowhere to go. No, it means they can grow and ever expand and fix their problems and grow into an amazing company. Also, let's not forget, within the recent bill, the feds also reintroduced the EV tax credit. So that incentivizes people to buy hybrid and EV cars. Perfect timing to buy that Lucid, you know, get your tax credit. But when it comes to the stock itself and my buying mentality, anything under 25 is just so juicy. I can't stop myself. I just got to grab some more. So anything under 25 is great. Right now, the stock is trading at around 26, 27. And anything under 30, I don't mind peppering in some positions here and there. Every time I see a dip and I see some resistance at, you know, sub 30, I'm like, just pepper some in. So that's my strategy, right? But then again, my strategy might be different from yours, because my goal is to hold long term. I'm not trying to trade this stock. I'm trying to invest in this stock. But what do you guys think? Do you enjoy how the car looks? Do you think the company is a good company and will survive? Or do you think it's just all a bunch of baloney and it's just another Tesla competitor waiting to get smashed? Leave a comment below. I love responding to all comments and getting different opinions. It helps me grow, and it helps me further grow my conviction to the company. And remember, I'm just some guy on YouTube, so do your own research and never invest what you can't afford to lose. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.